Hi, this is my first video that I've ever made on YouTube. And my name is Renee, and I live in Canada, in Manitoba, the province of Manitoba. And I was thinking for a while now that I would like to start making videos, uploading videos of my, I guess, kind of journey through what I've been going through in the last probably 7 months now, since last year of September. But really, it's been longer than that. I just didn't realize that I was sick until September, October of last year. And, anyways, so I kind of thought that, well, maybe I could start, I guess, making videos about the journey that I've been going through, and it's not been a fun journey, that's for sure. And I'm wearing a mask because I live I live with somebody, but there's people over right now, and I have to keep safe, of course. And I mean, I guess I could have waited to make the video, but I won't always be wearing a mask every time I make a video. Anyways, I watch YouTube regularly. I watch YouTubers. I watch Miss Hussey. Absolutely love him. He is so funny. Like, seriously, make my day. And I watch Rose Thorne. I watch Chantel sometimes. Lately, I haven't really been watching her too much because just self-destructive, and I can't. It's too disturbing almost. So, what else? Who else? I watch KK and Baby J, and I watch. Well, there's lots of people that I watch actually, and just you have your regulars you've been watching for years and stuff. Amberlyn Reed and whatnot. So, anyways, um, I don't know how this video is gonna go because this is the first time, and so it's probably not gonna be anything special or good quality or anything. I'm using my phone. I don't have another way to do it. So let me just set up here. Um, let's see. Okay, so last year I started probably in, I'd say, early beginning of the year, January, February, started to lose weight. And I guess I didn't really notice at first, but um, it I kept losing weight gradually throughout, the months. And I guess in the summer, I was staying at my parents' at the time. It was really noticeable. Like, I even noticed that it was like my legs were really skinny, like getting bony even almost. And I knew something was wrong, I guess you could say, but I was kind of in denial. So I just kind of ignored it, which was stupid. And ended up here where I live with my daughter. She's an adult now. She's an adult, so. Anyways, it was September. I was having a lot of pain in my leg, and there was like, it was from the knee down in my left leg. And there was so much pain that I couldn't use my leg. It started getting worse and worse. And then I noticed in my chest, you can see the scar, but anyways, it was starting to become like there was something, and it was hurting too. There was something coming, like it was like getting like rising up kind of thing, and it hurt to lay on this side. It hurt to lay on that because it was like putting pressure, And then it was getting bigger and bigger. So, and of course I ignored that again too. I kind of didn't say, but then I was like on the couch all the time and I couldn't move. It got so bad to the point where I couldn't stand up. If I stood up, I would fall right back down onto the couch. And I would have to stand up again and, try and get up. And then I would kind of just fall over onto the other couch to try to go to the bathroom. Because, at the time my daughter was either at work or she was in her room and she didn't know. I was in the living room on the couch. Anyway, I would have to hang onto the walls and I would be so out of breath that I just was literally almost passing out on the way to the bathroom. And I would fall onto the toilet seat and go to the bathroom. And then it would take everything I had. I'd have to almost try to run and fall back onto the couch when I would get there. And then one night, it was October, middle of October, I knew that I had to go to the hospital. I could feel that if I didn't, I wouldn't make it. And so it was about 4 a.m. and I was crying, and I grabbed my phone and I texted my sister, and I asked her to call me, and I don't know what made me text my sister, but I did, and she just happened to be awake and glanced, because she was going to the bathroom, and she glanced over and saw that I texted her, and she phoned me. I gotta sneeze. And the reason I texted her and didn't call her is because she turns the ringer and everything off. She wouldn't have heard it. So, anyway, she phoned me, and I was crying, and I was telling her, I need you to come here, I need you to take me, and all that stuff. And she came, and I couldn't walk, and so her and my daughter, in the morning, they carried me to the car and took me to the hospital. Ended up, I was in one hospital. I was too sick for them. They transferred me to another hospital where I was in the emergency for 3 days straight. Emergency ward. They had me in there trying to figure out what was wrong with me. Blood, I had, well, first of all, my blood sugars, I had diabetes and didn't know, probably for a long time, and I needed insulin bad. When I went in, my blood sugars was 46. They didn't even understand how I was even alive with my blood sugars, because normal is 6, 5, 6, 7, nothing more than, but I was 46. But they think that my blood sugar was so high because I had a blood infection, which I did not know about. And then I had the abscess in my leg. It was infection that was in my leg that made me not be able to walk, an infection up here. So they had to figure out what the infection was, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was really bad. So they had to give me surgery. So they transferred me to another hospital eventually, because they had put me upstairs in a room at that hospital from the emergency. And then about a week later, I ended up going to, when there was room enough in the other hospital, they transferred me there. Test upon test upon test upon test, and taking my blood, like all day long, and I was in pain. I'm still on painkillers now to this day. Anyways, they did 2 surgeries in one night, 2 different surgeons. One was thoracics and the other one was, I can't remember what it's called, but one did surgery on my leg. And as soon as he was done, the surgery on my leg, the other doctor would come in, it was like tag team type thing, and did the surgery on my chest. So what they did was called abscess. So they had to cut me and drain me. And same with my leg. They cut and drained my leg. And apparently, even the surgeon had said, did they tell you when I cut and drained your leg that I got about 1.5 liters of infection come out of your leg? It was really bad. I'm lucky that the infection up here, because they did all the testing and CT scans and everything, didn't spread to my heart my lungs or anything else, like my vital organs. Thank you, God. And so I had those surgeries. So I had to recover from that. Anyways, and then so I got better. Even I was in the hospital for a good month and a half straight. And then so they transferred me to another part of the hospital where, it's like, oh, she's doing better. We don't need to have the intensive care that she had before. So we put her in this other part and I had my own room. And the room that I was in when I was recovering from my surgeries, there was 3 other people. There was always 3 other people sharing in the room. If someone left, someone else would come in. Someone left, someone else would come in. So anyway, turned out I was starting to not feel a little bit, starting to feel a little off. But the nurse came in. I think it was the day before I was being released to go home. Comes into my room and she's standing at the doorway, and she says to me, I hate to tell you this, but one of the people that you were sharing the room with on the other floor and the other part of the hospital tested positive for COVID. So we have to tell you, but we don't think you have anything to worry about because you're far enough away that there's no concern. And I'm like, no. You need to test me again. And I had already been tested 6 times from each hospital. Hold on, we have to test you, And every time it was negative. But they always had to keep doing these tests before they could take me here, take me there. So anyways, I said, because I seem to be developed a running nose and a bit of a cough. Nothing major, but just annoying. And no fever, nothing like that. So then they test me and they said, okay, you can go home tomorrow and then they'll phone you with your results, but you need to isolate. So my dad picked me up and brought me home the next day. I think it was the day after. It was November, I remember the date, November 15th. The Canada Health called me and told me, oh, how are you feeling? Meanwhile, I'm at home. I just got relaxed in my bed and I was on, at a PICC line IV. I had to be on IV, even at home. So I had healthcare coming in every day, changing my bag for my drip that I had going 24/7. And I'm trying to get better. And then I get told, as the healthcare nurse is sitting right there, you have positive for COVID. So I'm freaking. Of course, I'm freaking out. Like, hello, COVID? I don't want COVID. My immune system was already compromised big time because of diabetes, because I have heart disease. I also had this blood infection still I was still on this IV. The nurse says to me, oh, you need to calm down. You need to settle down, because I was crying because it's upsetting. And he's telling me, you need to calm down. You'll be okay. You're young. You're kind of basically telling me I was overreacting. Like, hello, people are dying from this and I have a compromised immune system and I need to calm down. So anyways, whatever. This is basically where I'm at. So obviously I'm better now. I don't have COVID. My blood infection went away, thank God. I got my diabetes under control, but I'm on insulin every day. I take 8 units of Lantus every morning when I get up. And I take 2 pills for diabetes as well every day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, of gliclazide. And my heart pills I take. And gosh, there's some vitamin B12. I take cholesterol. And because this is what the clinker was for me. Since probably January of this year, because my diabetes went right bam down to normal so fast. You get what is called 80% apparently of people that have diabetes that go to normal blood sugar so fast, 80% will get neuropathy, diabetic neuropathy in your feet, or in your feet and your hands. And it's very, very painful. feels like your feet are on fire in your hands, and the pains are like someone's shooting electricity through your feet and up your legs and in your hands, and it feels like you're getting electric shocks stabbing you, and it's just, and it happens more at night, of course. For some reason, it gets worse at night. So sleeping, I wasn't getting hardly any sleep. Then, it didn't just stay in my feet and my hands. It decided it was going to be my whole body. So, my skin from my neck, well, probably from my shoulders down, hurt to touch. Like, even just the slightest little touch of my skin hurt. So wearing clothing, putting a sheet on, a blanket, sometimes even the air hurt my skin. So I was crying, couldn't sleep, Painkillers wouldn't take it away. I'm still taking some Balta. That's another thing I take, and that's for the nerve pain and stuff. It helps, thank God. Doesn't take it completely away. I still have pain, but I'm handling a little bit more now. And I know this is a long video. I'm sorry. Just kind of trying to give you an idea of what I've been going through. I want to say that when I was watching Foodie Beauty, or whatever she wants to call her, Chantal's show now, and she's saying, oh, well, I have this diabetes. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching her, and she's eating all this sugar stuff, not caring. And I would be sitting there watching her, and it makes me cry now. And I'm in excruciating pain, just wishing to God that I didn't have all this pain every single night, every day. And she just doesn't give a shit about herself. I just wished I could have sat there, and I would say to myself, I wish I could talk to her and tell her and show her this is what can happen. This is what can happen to you if you don't take care of yourself. I would sit there, watch her, and cry. Cry because I was in pain, for one. For two, just like people like this, like they just don't give a shit. And they're sitting there and they're enjoying everything, and she's just downing all this sugar, and she's just like, oh, well, I shouldn't be having this diabetes, oh, well, blah, 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 and then eating it, drinking these drinks that are so full of sugar, or even these fruits, I know it's got a lot of natural sugars, but you got to be careful with that, too, even carbs, like carbs just shoot your blood sugars through the roof in a diabetic. It's all about portion control. So I can't watch her, because it's like, it almost seems like it's not fair, I don't wish it on her, I don't wish it on anybody, but the carelessness, like, she should be doing her research, looking it up. The shit that happens to people that have diabetes is unbelievable, and she just doesn't care. So, anyways, you can die, you lose limbs. I thought I was going to lose some of my toes, like even my fingers. Like I lost a nail on this finger. Gone completely. And it doesn't heal properly. Like this isn't really all nail. I just kind of like a little bit grew back. I just put some nail polish on there. And, I don't understand people sometimes, I guess. Anyways, sorry for crying. I didn't want to, but it's been a long fight. It's been a long battle. And I don't like the way she is. But I still don't wish bad, you know. Anyway, so I'm just going to leave this video at this, and I'm going to try to do my best to record my journey as much as I can. And I hope if anyone ever wants to talk to me about diabetes or anything else, I'm here. I'm down for it. And just shoot me a comment or something if you want. And I'll get in contact with you. I'll get back to you somehow, some way. And anyways, so, and it's not just going to be about, you know, my diabetes and everything else. It's going to be that, but I'm going to be showing like meal portions and what I eat, and, you know, talk about my endocrinologist and my neurologist and my infectious disease doctor, and just everything that's going on. I got because of my eyesight, I got cataracts because of the diabetes. Now I got to go in May and have laser eye surgery, so I'll actually be able to see properly again, which is nice. They consider me to be legally blind right now. Like, I can kind of see close, so you know, it'll be so good to have my eyesight back. Count my blessings, like, honestly, going through it right now, but I just keep having my faith, and it'll be okay. So that's it, and, you know, I hope you subscribe and like my video, and I will be uploading a lot more, and this is just the beginning. So and that's it. So have a good night, have a good day wherever you are. Bye for now.